Well, hey folks, hello. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Farm Sim 22. And we are here, of course, in No Man's Land. Lovely. Oops. That's better. Do hope everybody's doing well today. It is, almost getting to the end of the first week of January here. So, yeah. Let's get these loaded up. Now, some of these, of course, are a little bigger than what you might actually be able to carry. But by the same token, I mean, it's no less realistic than using the auto loader, and I see that they are out there in plentitude. And I would much rather use this, to be honest with you. Besides, it's pretty easy, and we like easy. It's no coincidence easy and lazy sound like the same word, is it? I'm actually quite surprised how big a thing that the stock lift weight lets you do. Like this log, that's not using the strength mod at all. That just lifted up with the normal gotcha thing there. So did that just roll off? It did. I thought so. There you go, that's where we wanted you. Get a fair number of good-sized logs on there. Huh. Well, for one thing, we don't want this yoinky piece on the end there. Oh, hey, that was just enough weight, what do you know? Awesome. We had freezing rain and sleet last night, so that wasn't great. All right, let's call this our first load, shall we? What do we got here? Pop the straps on. I don't think we need all of them. These are pretty. Well, let's go with this one. Pretty good length. So, how did we do? I think we might miss. Yeah, this guy here. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna hope that's actually hooked on there. Yeah, seems to be. Alrighty. Good stuff. Start her up. Okay, this, whoa. There's that lag you usually get when you first jump in the cab. Wow. Weirdness. There we go. Wow. Getting a lot of little spikes and lags here and there. It's funny, you know, I can play Forza Horizon 5 with the details cranked up pretty good. Like, it looks super impressive. At plus 70 FPS, and yet Farm Sim I struggle to get 60. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, don't forget that if you like the content, it doesn't hurt to hit that subscribe button, and you know, maybe consider sharing and favoriting all that. There's a link down below in the description, not only to some other YouTube sites, but also my Patreon, if you would care to contribute to the channel at that level. It would be, again, much appreciated. And all my regular viewers, hope you're having yourselves a great day, and don't forget, look down, there it is, hit that like button. Good stuff. Okay. I didn't want to dump these off till I had a look. Oh, alright, so there's nothing going on here. We're just sort of... Yeah, we've got 13,000 liters current. So... Oh, right. There isn't actually a market for just straight logs. I was just thinking, what about if we just, you know, up and sell the logs for a change, but... Seems to me I checked into that, and it just wasn't a it wasn't a thing. So there we go. Lovely. Let's hop out and release the dogs. There we go. And let's sell these. Well, not sell them, but, you know, turn them into bits. Okay, so there's 20,000 liter of wood in there now. That should keep that churning for a little bit. And what do we got? 646 liters of wood chips. Well, that's basically nada. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright. So, I spent about hour and a half, 2 hours last night on the Yukon Valley map for FS22 because I really, really liked that map for FS17. For those of you that didn't see the series in FS17, picture this map, but picture the tree density of what's on that hill there, or in front of us, everywhere. You know, and you started out at a farm that was basically a building at the end of a dirt road. You got like a little tractor, a little trailer, and a chainsaw. Yeah. And then I chose to actually set up my farm closer to one of the sawmills. But it was like this. You didn't have pre-built fields. Anything you wanted, other than sell points and that sort of thing, you had to make a space for them first. You had to cut trees down, log an area clear, and then you could, you know, do whatever it is you were setting out to do. So yeah, quite a difference. Quite a difference. So I had seen that my buddy Binks a couple of days ago was doing a live stream from that map. And unfortunately, I didn't actually notice until I didn't actually have time to watch. So I didn't actually get to see anything about the map, but I was quite intrigued to see that, as I say, a map that I thought was just awesome had been updated to 22. So yeah, Oh, I'm getting tired of that. Just about every darn tree we cut down has got something sticking off of it. You know? Like that. And I mean, look at that. That branch actually goes right through the tree. There we go. That's nice, because usually you can't get it off either. So... Okay. But, So I loaded it in. What the heck is that? Oh. Just a little bit of woody bit. So I loaded the map in, and I went first to the, where you start with a farm and a little bit of gear and a little bit of money, right? Whatever that first one is called. It's their easy mode. It's listed as the easy. Now, you don't actually start with any gear. If you tab to something, you'll tab to nothing, because there's nothing there at all. So that was kind of the first disappointment. I had thought you'd, like the last one, maybe start with just enough gear to get your chainsaw to where you wanted to start cutting logs, and go from there. But, yeah. Not the case. The other thing that's not the case is it's not at all a wild map anymore. There are, I believe, 4 different farms on the map. Each one with well-manicured fields, some of which already have crops in them, etc. So it's not even the same type of map that it used to be. There are lots of fairly treed areas, as it were, but you couldn't, well, I suppose you could have just started somewhere randomly off in the forest, and pretended it was otherwise. It did have lots of production and sale sites and stuff built in, which is nice, But, yeah, it was not just, like I said, a map where you started with nothing and then made it your own. You started with, well, more than you started with here. The only difference between these two is, like I said, that one does actually have production facilities placed. And there's more trees. Not that you'd ever knock down every tree on this map, but you know what I mean. Like, there's denser areas like this would be 10 times the size. Alright? So, bottom line, no, it's not the map I'm looking for. Yeah, sorry to say. So, I like I say, seemed a decent enough map, although there were odd things, like the farmhouse that I started in. You start on the porch of a farmhouse and walk down and blah, blah, blah. Well, I turned around and walked around the building, and the first thing I noticed that was odd was the side door was half buried in the ground. And after circling the entire building, I realized that actually, yeah, I do apologize for that. I needed to take that call. That was FedEx ground tracking. Finally, this is for a package that was sent from 200 miles away on the 10th of December. Yeah. Apparently, the reason it's taken this long is because they did not turn it over to another courier, which is what FedEx is supposed to do. We even have a courier called VI Couriers that specifically, because we don't have FedEx in this little town, takes FedEx packages and delivers them. But they didn't turn it over. FedEx didn't turn it over to our courier. No. They decided to turn it over to Canada Post. So that's why it's marked delivered, because Canada Post doesn't deliver anything to me at all except mail. They refuse to bring packages because I live in an apartment building. Even though, yeah, private entrance, security system, cameras, you name it. But it is here and it is ready for pickup. They were going to issue one of those, the little cards they leave on your door that says, "Oh, you weren't here and available," when in fact they mean we were too damn lazy to bring it by. Oh, that's funny, eh? Did you hear that? That actually made the falling sound, but it never fell. Probably, just as good that we're not doing a map that's 90% trees, because I think Giants needs to do a little bit of a tune-up. Yes. How did that work? Okay, nice. We'll worry about that end when we get to that end. So yeah, I guess once I get this all done and rendered up, I'll head up to the post office and see what I can get. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. We're just going to put that on top. Start putting those bent, twisted things up there, and it ain't going to end well. Oh, I didn't get rid of the stump. Now again, that's that lumberjack mod that allows you to do that. So another handy thing, along with the strength mod that it includes. Now, have I pushed too hard? No. Okay, good. Now we can try and stack stuff on top. Of course, problem with going into town today to pick up a parcel is that, like I said, we had sleet and freezing rain last night. And I guess because the municipality hadn't been expecting it or whatever, they didn't put trucks out to salt or sand. So from what I understand, even the main roads right now are just borked. They look okay, but they are covered in ice. So, maybe best that I wait one more day. I mean, what the heck, I've waited almost a month for it to travel, so. Was that it? Really? No, here we go. I figured there was at least a couple more pieces. Oh, just one, eh? Alright. No. Ah, for... Good. Now let's throw this little pole on the top. Okay. I guess that'll do. Don't have one in here? Oh, yeah, we do. There we go. Alright, well, we're slowly getting this area cleared out. Can I get through here in one piece? Oh, yeah. Nice. And I think just to keep things moving forward, when we get back after dropping this off, I'll advance another day. It's, yeah, I really, really, really do not understand Giant's decision to start on the 1st of August. You know what I mean? The only August day they give you, even. Because no matter how many days you set for season, it doesn't take place until the next month. Well, why do they do that, man? They should start us in April. You know, so you can actually prep your fields, plant them, maybe even pull off a harvest or two before winter, as opposed to having only what's available that was pre-planted before you started the map. Basically, wow, did that stuff ever shift, eh? Yuck. That's terrible. Those are so close together, they actually trigger each other. It says it's running. It hasn't gone... Oh, there we go. It just went through a leader. Wow, is it slow. Yeah, I think that could be improved a little, to be honest with you. I mean, you show me a lumber mill that it takes them an entire 24 hours to produce one pallet of lumber, and I'll show you a failing business. I'm serious. Absolutely fail business. Yeah. One dude with a hand mill, which is basically a chainsaw on a fancy rig, could mill a pallet of planks in a day. You know, more. And considering the planks they're producing here are only about 3 feet long, 4 feet long, yeah. One dude with a chainsaw mill could produce 10 of those pallets in a day. And yet here we've got a facility that size that has issues producing too. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think that business is going to make it. I'm almost tempted to drop another beehive up at the big field there, you know? I'm trying to open this area up because I think it would be really easy to put another field or something back in here. Right? Because we own this property right to the edges of those square borders, which is pretty much right up to this tree line, including a little tiny bit of the trees in that corner. Right? So there's a fair bit of room here. You know? If we get into pigs and cattle, those could even go back here. But I think this is the best direction just to sort of pay for the expansion as we go. We'll cut these bushes out. I'm thinking, you know, that this thing, wherever it is kind of a waste of time. This guy. You know, because I'm pretty sure if we took a plow, which is twice the size of that, and ran over this stuff, it would take those bushes out as well, and it wouldn't leave the ground in a cultivated state, which we now have to weed and all of that anyway, but it would leave it in a plowed state, you know. And since we're only going to do grass seed over any of the areas we do that to, what's the difference whether it's plowed or cultivated? The seeder will do that for us, you know. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm just going to get rid of that mulcher deal. It's okay for doing stumps, but I think stump grinders are considerably cheaper than whatever that thing cost us, because it was not cheap. Not. Woo! Almost caught that one. I think that's the closest I've come to catching a crow in this game. Not in real life. I've come much closer, but in this game it certainly is. Alright. So yeah, this field back here. Where's a good spot? Now I know these bees things aren't cheap, but I think they should be good and productive. Alright. Let's go to P. Let's go down here. Let's go to construct. And animals and bees and 33. 10, huh? Yeah, I don't know why someone would think that's a good idea. To build one of the same capacity but charge $1,000 more for it. Thought I saw one spot there where it went down to about $4. There's 9. Because I think that means at that point it's got the least amount of terrain manipulation that it does. The lower, the closer you can get that to the actual price, I believe, is... I am so sorry. Oh man, that's busier than I've been around here. And that was the lady from Canada Post. I just told you that, yeah. Well... delivering the parcel? No. Delivering the notice to tell me I can go and pick up the parcel. Yes, indeed. Oh, I tell you. What can a person do, eh? Now, hopefully all of these little cuts in this thing that have been made so indiscriminately and off the cuff are all going to sync up okay, so I don't end up having sound lagging behind video, behind this, behind that, etc. So... how you guys doing? 21? I got more animals in here than that. Come on, ladies. Anyway. Alright, I'm going to end the episode there before who knows what else ends up happening. So, yeah, I'll sleep through the night. Take care of each other, folks. Hit that like button. Ciao for now.